Flosstube, it's Bernie from Hooking and Stitching here in the UK on Saturday the 27th of February. This is my second Flosstube video and I'm just popping in to say hi and show you the progress on my whips and things. Need to introduce this gorgeous fluff ball. This is Darcy. Darcy is my oldest ragdoll and I did speak about her a fair bit in my first video. She's a bit camera shy today, aren't you? You're going to say hello? Say hi. No, I don't want to be here. Put me down. There she goes, she's gone. But yeah, she's the cat that inspired my big Haid, which I'll show you shortly. And she's also that cat up there. She had a professional photo done. I've never had the children professionally photographed, but I've had the cat done. Right, anyway, I want to start by saying a massive thank you for the response on my first video. You were all just so kind, had some wonderful comments, really feel so welcomed into the community. Everybody's been so lovely. I mean, I knew it was a lovely community anyway, but I didn't realise that I would be so well received, and I am so grateful. I'm just totally over the moon with how well it's gone, and it's really given me the confidence to come back and make another video, which is great. So just to give you a quick life update, it's a bit warmer, which is nice. Last time I filmed, I think it was like -4 degrees outside and the wind chill made it like -10. It was absolutely freezing, and when I was having to go up to the horses, we were having to break all the ice a few times a day on the water troughs, and I was bringing out these huge chunks of ice. It was just ridiculously cold. My poor bunnies were freezing. I got heat pads in with them to try and keep them a bit warmer, and then 2 weeks later, spring's arriving. It's great. There's shoots coming up in the garden, and it's, what temperature is it today? It's on watch now. Not telling me, but it's just so much. It's about 11 degrees today, I think, and it's just a few light clouds, sunny, nice and warm. Husband's outside washing the cars because it's so nice. We haven't had decent weather. And yeah, the horses, we've taken the rugs off their backs because they don't need them now, and massive change in just 2 weeks here in the UK. It's been brilliant. The other thing, some great news, is the kids are going back to school. They've been off since, well, virtually beginning of December, because they both had to isolate because there were cases in their classrooms, and they haven't been in since then. So they've had like 3 months off school, which is a long time. But we've had the announcement from Boris that they're going back on the 8th of March, which is great. I think it was so much better for them. My little girl's desperate to see her friends, and my son's not coping well with being schooled at home. He has sort of additional learning needs, and he can't get to grips with that divide of home we're doing schoolwork. To him, schoolwork is done in school, and at home he can do what he wants, and he can't grasp that I've been trying to teach him stuff at home. He's doing very well when he does do it, but yeah, it'll be so much better for him to go into school. And then the other thing is, I spoke to my manager, because I'm currently on flexible furlough. I'm just going into the office 1 day a week, and I asked him if he wants me to come back and normally do 3 days a week, but for the time being he's asked me to stay on flexible furlough, so I can have some time at home with no children, which is brilliant. I'll be able to probably film downstairs next time I film, because my husband will be, if I do it during the week when the kids are at school, my husband will be sat where I am now working, and I'll be able to go downstairs and film my video down there, which will be great. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about my whips. I can tell you that I've had 2 finishes. Nothing FFO, fully finished object. Nothing's fully finished. I haven't done any framing or finishing or anything like that. I've literally just finished them and ironed them. So yes, I've stood there with the iron for you today. One of them I only finished last night as well, which was great. I sat there and I thought I could smash this finish out, and I did. So the first one I want to show you, let me just get my board, is Autumn Glows by Little Dove Designs. Now here we go. Here's a picture of what it looked like last time you saw it. I'm gonna be able to do that. So there it is, and here it is now. So I have to excuse the scrappy piece of cardboard I'm using to hold this up, and I will get some proper whiteboard probably when I get to the range next. But it's done. It's completely finished. I just had to finish off sort of down here, the stitching, and then the border, that all needed to be finished. And it's completely beaded as well. I don't know if you can see the beads. So there's beads in the flower centres, and there's beads on the toadstool and in the eyes of the animals. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely love this. This is stitched on 28 count sage even weave from Zweigart, 2/1, with the called for DMC, which is absolutely lovely, and I'm thrilled with it. I am doing the whole series of these. This is the first one I've finished. I have got another one in my WIPs, and then I've got 2 more to start, but I've not decided how I'm going to finish this. I'm figuring I'm probably going to frame them all and then switch them out throughout the year. So yeah, this one will go up in those months, September, October and November, which will be great. I'm so pleased with it. So that's my first finish, which is lovely. My next finish, which I finished last night, is Pussycat Pussycat by the Historical Sampler Company. This is what it will look like finished. Well, it does look like this now finished. And here it is last time you saw it, a couple of weeks ago. And here it is now. It's done. Really pleased with that. It's been one of my WIPs for far too long. I bought the chart at the knitting and stitching show at Alexandra Palace, I want to say 2018. Might have even been 17. I think it's 18. But yeah, loving it. It's not wonky, it's just the way it's on the board. But I needed to finish this cat here and then just the wording around the edge. And my husband was watching the football on TV last night, and I just thought I could probably smash out a finish on this if I really concentrate, which I did, which was really great. And then showed him, so look, finished. And then it was time for bed, and he was sulking because his team conceded a goal, and yeah, but brilliant. Really pleased with that one. That one's definitely going to get framed, and it's probably going to go in here somewhere actually. I think it'll suit in here, which will be nice. So next WIP I worked on was Spring Awakenings, again by Little Dove Designs. This is the spring version of the autumn one I've just showed you that I finished. So I'm working on this one now. Here it is last time you saw it. And here it is now. So you can see I finished the sheep, then I worked my way up to the top and finished the tree. I've done a bit of the border down the side and started on the house, which is absolutely good. I love that colour. It's either 926 or 927, I can't remember which one. Oh, I've got it here in front of me. 927. 927, and I really like that. It's like a really gorgeous duck egg bluey grey. I think it really suits this. I'm stitching this 2/1 on 28 count ivory even weave, and I put 3 days work into this. I did have to do a bit of frogging. For some reason I'd done the legs on that sheep wrong, and there's something I've counted wrong somewhere because this is actually higher than it should be, but I'm not worried. It's for me. I'm not going to look at it and go, oh, there's a mistake. I'm just going with it. It's fine. But yeah, really pleased with the progress that's coming on that. It's nice to stitch on this at this time of year as well, now that the flowers are all coming out. That's that one. So next one, because there's only one more WIP I worked on, and then I've got 2 new starts to show you. So the next one is the favourite, My Darling by Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork by Irena Garmashova. That gorgeous ragdoll cat. Incidentally, my darling is what I call Darcy. She is my darling, aren't you? You're my darling. She's looking at me. So I'm not coming back on camera, Mum. So here's a picture of what it looked like last time you saw it. And I'm probably going to have to back up a bit here because it's massive. Here it is now. So I worked down here and filled in a lot of this. Oh, that's my little marine needle minder. Oh, I turned that upside down, I have. So I put in some of the part threads over here, and yeah, filled in lots and lots over here. There's loads of this white to go in. It's there's 14,000 stitches of that left to do. I worked on this for the Full Coverage Fanatics Big Strides weekend. They wanted you to work on your biggest full coverage WIP, which this obviously is mine. And just to give you an idea, I started it on the Friday, and when I started it, it was at 69.35%. Finished it Sunday night and it was at 71.43%. I've now got 83,433 stitches completed, and during the whole weekend I did 2,429 stitches. So, and these are full cross. It's 2 over 1 on 18 count. It's the easy count by Swag Art. Yeah, I really really worked hard on this one this week, but oh, I can't wait to see it finished. It comes down about another 4 blocks down here to there, and then straight across, obviously, and that's all I've got left to do. So it's just over 70%. So I've got less than 30% to go. So over 2/3 of the way. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. I'm really pleased with the progress that's coming through on that one. To one side. Right, I'll have a sip of my tea. So, new starts. Now, I'm pretty sure in my last video I said my next new start would be Grogu, the Baby Yoda, the child, that I bought the pattern for off Etsy. I'm still, well, I've paid off the layaway on the fabric that I've ordered for it, so when that arrives I can start it. But I couldn't resist starting a couple of things, especially with having 2 finishes. It's like money, doesn't it? So the next one I started, I'm going to take this out of the packet, excuse the receipt, is this one. Jeans and Weenies by Plum Street Samplers. I've got already finished Winter Wienerland and Teeny Weenie, and I am planning on stitching all of the the Dash Hound designs by Paulette Stewart, isn't it? Yes, Paulette Stewart. Really like these, they're so cute. I mean, this is very American. Obviously in the UK we don't celebrate the 4th of July, which is obviously what this is for, with all the American flags and things, but I just love the design and couldn't resist doing it. And I probably will put it up in July as homage to my American friends. But yeah, I love this to pieces. So I only worked on this for sort of like an evening and a half. I started this after I finished Spring Awakening, and I've lost my train of thought. And yeah, it had half a day that day, half an evening, and then I worked on it the following evening. But here we are. Ooh, come on, sort it out. This is where I'm at. So I've done the fire hydrant, is that what it's called? In the middle there. We don't have those here in the UK. Hydrants are like underground. You just have like a little plate on the floor with a H on it. We don't have these. But yeah, I've started that. I have, I'm stitching this from Stash. This is a piece of the 28 count even weaving ivory that I did Spring Awakening on. This was just a piece I had lying around and it fits perfectly, which is great. And then I've gone through my little stash of hand dyeds and the DMCs and sort of picked out the suggestions it gives. I mean, I must admit I didn't agree with some of the DMC conversions it provided. They didn't look anything like the model stitch, so I picked out ones that I thought looked better. So there's a mixture of all sorts of classic colourworks, there's gentle arts, there's weeks, there's all sorts going into this. But just yeah, the stuff I got in my stash, which is great. Really like that one. Cute little needle minder there, look, little dachshund dog. I think that was from Mad About Crafts on Facebook. But yeah, he's probably cute. He goes on all my little patterns and he's sparky. You see the sparkles. So that was my first new start. And then my next new start, oh, excuse me, was totally inspired by Michelle, Mama Loves You GB. She showed this in her latest video. It's from Whilst Iris Snaps, and it's a freebie chart. It's called Spring Freebies, and you've got a chart for the carrots, a chart for the bunnies, and then there's a chart that says Welcome Spring and another one says Happy Easter. So yeah, I love them the minute I saw them. Obviously we've got bunnies, but we've only got 2 bunnies, not 3. So I've had a little play around with the chart and I'm sort of mixing the 2 together. So I'm having a carrot, a bunny, a carrot, a bunny and a carrot, all on one piece, and then I'm doing the border that's around the bunnies. And I've changed the colour of the bunnies to the colour of our rabbits, because we've got a black rabbit, black rabbit, and a white rabbit. So now I did iron this fabric, but it doesn't look like it. So here it is. This is how far I've got. So Peter the black rabbit is littler than Frosty the white rabbit, so I chose the slightly smaller rabbit. It's just the ears that make it smaller, actually. It just doesn't go up as tall. And I've done a couple of the carrots. A little rabbit needle minder. That's a bit of a naughty needle minder. My kids think it's wonderful, but they haven't got a clue what those rabbits are doing. My rabbits did do that to each other before they were neutered. They're both boys, but Frosty's a bit more dominant than Peter is. I'm thinking about backstitching their names onto it somewhere. I don't think there's quite room underneath. I might do it on top, but we'll see when I get to the end. I'm not entirely sure, or I might do it underneath the border at the bottom or something. So it'll end up being sort of like a little memorial piece for when the bunnies are no longer with us, because they don't last that long, do they? Especially not mine if they keep digging out the garden. Had to repair their run the other day because it was just in such a mess. The wind had caught hold of it and ripped a load of it to pieces, and they weren't using it, and they kept escaping, so I've had to repair the run. So that's all my whips. Oh, forgot to say spring freebies. That's just on a piece of light blue linen that I had in my stash, 32 count. And I'm using most of the cord for, although I've changed the colours of the bunnies, so I've used my, there's in here, just used a few. I've got Classic Colourworks again, and the green is the correct one. That's Dried Time by, that's not the green, that's a DMC green that I put in there just in case. Where's the green? Yeah, Dried Time by Gentle Arts. And then for the white bunny I've used Classic Colourworks Toasted Marshmallow, and the black bunny is Classic Colourworks Blackbird, which is a nice sort of, you can't really see the variegation in it. It's ever so slightly browny black, which the rabbit is. It's obviously not totally black. Anyway, yeah, that's nice. So I'd love to show you some haul, but unfortunately nothing's come. We only got paid on Thursday and today's Saturday, so I did order some bits and bobs. I've got some fabric coming, as I mentioned, from Crafty Kitten, but she has to dye that first before it can be sent out, so it might be a while before that gets here. I've ordered a couple of needle minders off of Etsy, and I've got a stash of yarn coming because I've got a few crochet blankets to make. I've had an order from America for 3 rainbow blankets, which is wonderful. Can't wait to make those. I've started. And I've got a friend who wanted a blanket and a cardigan, so I've started those. So that sort of segues in. I'm going to show you a little bit of crochet here. Now, I appreciate this is my Flosstube channel and you might not be here for crochet, which is fine, but I am quite well known for crocheting, and I just wanted to show a little bit. You may notice that there's a scarf here behind me. I just thought I'd put that on a bit of display behind me. I made this. This is a Maureen scarf, and it's sitting here on my dressmaker's dummy. And that's in Signet Boho Spirit and I want to say Harmony, but that might be the Red Heart Boutique version of that colour. They've both got the same colour. But yeah, gorgeous colours in that one. But yeah, to show you what I've been making. So first thing is I've finished a blanket. This is for sale in my Etsy shop if you're interested at all. If you're not in the UK and you'd like to purchase, just send me a message and I'll work out the postage for you. But I do offer free postage in the UK. It's a vertical stripe, blue, orange and white baby blanket. Lovely and thick and squishy and cosy. And yeah, I finished that this week, finished off all the border. It's got a herringbone border. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. Oh, it smells lovely because it's been washed. But yeah, really quite pleased with that. And then I've had a go at making cardigans. I've never made a crochet cardigan before, and a friend asked me if I could make one for her grandson that's due. So I said, yeah, I'll give that a go. And so I ordered this pattern from Kerry Jade Designs, and it's the Puff Perfection jacket. Oh, such a cute little cardigan and so easy for beginner crocheters. I was a bit nervous because I've never made a garment, and it's all in one piece, and that confused me even more. How do I make it all in one piece? There's no sewing to do. I don't get it. But the instructions are brilliant. There's loads of photos and she's very descriptive in how she writes the pattern. And so I started out giving it a bit of a practice go in silver. This is Stylecraft Special DK in silver. And I've run out. I've done one sleeve and I've just got to add the other sleeve. But you don't sew the sleeves on, you actually crochet in the round and add the sleeve. So there's no seams, which is lovely. You can see there's an end I need to weave in, but it's made with these lovely puff stitches, which amazing texture, and it'd be nice and warm because it's got that extra thickness. But that was my first sort of practice go at this little cardigan, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Love it. And I'm going to give this to my boss's son at work. He's just had a baby boy, and so yeah, when I finish this, I've got a couple of blue buttons to add, and then I'm going to give them this as a gift when I take their card round. And then, because I've run out of yarn, which is on its way, I started another one. And this one's nearly finished. I'm waiting for the buttons for this one. But this is a James C. Brett Twinkle yarn. I don't know if you can see. It has an iridescent thread running through, which catches the light. And again, this is the 0 to 3 month size. It needs blocking once I've got the buttons on it. But that's just so stinking cute. Absolutely love that. So I've got another one of those to make. My friends asked me to make it in white, and I've got some little blue buttons with white polka dots on ready for the for that. And I'm making that next one in an Aran yarn because I'm going to make the 3 to 6 month size, so it lasts a little bit longer. And then the last thing, I mentioned that I've been asked to make some rainbow blankets, and this is the start of my first one. It's just a ripple blanket, and I'm doing this in what I'm calling my muted pastels colour recipe. It's just absolutely gorgeous colours that just sort of flow into one another. I really like those. It's each colour's added individually. It's not a self-striping yarn, so there's all my ends, which I part crochet over and then I'll sew in afterwards. But yeah, that's what I'm working on at the moment. But yeah, lack of yarn, stop play. I've run out of this green, so I can't carry on, and I've run out of the grey, and yeah. So when my yarn delivery comes, I'll be able to crack on with all of these. And yeah, if the children are going back to school as well, that means I'm going to have so much more time in the day to get some crochet done. And then I can cross stitch at night, which is great. So what's that? So that's about it. I just want to give a shout out to another Flosstuber who's fairly new. She's got 4 videos out at the moment at the time of me filming this. It's Evelyn Across the Pond. She's here in the UK, she's in Cambridgeshire, which isn't a million miles from me. It's, what would it be, an hour and a half's drive, maybe 2 hours. Me and my husband had our mini honeymoon after we got married in Cambridge, which is nice. She inspired me to start. She just, yeah, I loved her first video, and I thought she's got the confidence to do that. She's not been stitching as long as I have, and she's got some lovely projects. I'm totally enabled by Hello Dear by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I want to do that seasonal range as well. I like my seasonal products. Yeah, I'd like to shout her out. Go and check her out. She's got about 2,500 subscribers now. She's doing quite well for only 4 videos. But her videos are just great. I love her. She's brilliant. So Evelyn, if you're watching at all, great job. Really pleased with what you're doing and really enjoying it. So the only thing to talk about really now is plans. I want to get on my next full coverage pieces. I'm trying to sort of work on everything in it. So all the ones I've worked on now, I won't work on until I've worked on my next pieces. So I've got my unicorn full coverage and my mermaid full coverage. I want to see some work on those because the unicorn is my 21 and 21 project for full coverage fanatics, so that needs some work. And then I also want to get some more of the Advent animals done for Brooks Books, otherwise I'm not going to get them all done by Christmas this year. So I really need to finish number 6, the camel, and at least get on to number 7, although I can't think what it is at this moment. I haven't printed the pattern off yet. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything left to say. Yeah, I did say I was going to update sort of once a month, but I think it's going to be more like every couple of weeks, just because of how much I've managed to get done in just 2 weeks. I think I can probably come back, and so maybe 2 updates a month. We'll see how we go, but I'm planning to come back in a couple of weeks once the kids are back at school and I can film in the day. So it won't be a Saturday that I film on, it'll be a weekday. And I'll hopefully be downstairs because my husband will be sat here on his computer. Yeah, that's everything then. So stay safe, be well, and enjoy your stitching. Thank you. Bye bye.